Alright class, so today we're diving into the fascinating world of cognitive biases. These are systematic patterns of deviation from norm or rationality in judgment. Essentially, they're mental shortcuts our brains use to simplify complex situations, but these shortcuts can sometimes lead to errors in reasoning and decision-making. Now, there are dozens of identified cognitive biases, but we'll focus on a couple of key ones. First up is confirmation bias. This is the tendency to favor information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs and to disregard information that contradicts them. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone scrolling through social media, only clicking on articles that reinforce their political views? That's confirmation bias at play. It's a powerful bias because it influences how we gather, interpret, and recall information. Next, we have the availability heuristic. This bias refers to our tendency to overestimate the likelihood of events that are readily available in our memory, often because they are vivid or emotionally charged. For example, after seeing a news report about a shark attack, you might be more inclined to believe shark attacks are common, even though statistically, they're quite rare. It's not that the event is necessarily more common, but rather its salience makes it seem so. Interestingly, this bias plays a significant role in phobias and anxieties. Speaking of anxieties, research shows that journaling can sometimes exacerbate anxiety rather than relieve it, by making the anxious thoughts even more salient, sort of a self-imposed availability heuristic. Finally, let's talk about anchoring bias. This bias describes our tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive, the anchor, when making decisions, even if that information is irrelevant. So, say you're negotiating the price of a car. The initial price offered by the seller acts as an anchor, influencing your subsequent counter-offers, even if that initial price was significantly inflated. So, to wrap things up, cognitive biases are inherent in human thinking. They're not necessarily bad, they often help us process information quickly. However, understanding these biases is crucial for making more rational decisions and navigating a world full of information overload.